know, guys. I know. It's been a while since I filmed, but welcome back to the channel, and I appreciate you all hanging out. Hopefully everybody had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year with their families. Everybody was safe, no issues. You know, obviously, if we woke up on the 1st, it was a good day. So that being said, we're out here in the garage right now. I don't really have anything to do, but I figured I'd shoot an update video just to bring you guys up to speed with where we're at, because I don't know if maybe any of you had questions of, you know, he hasn't posted in a while, what's he done? Because I know if it gets to be like 2 weeks, I do say something to TJ on Rusty Nuts about updating the channel. So if, sorry TJ, I know I really enjoy following your channel, buddy. And I know I probably should practice the same thing I say to you, but it is what it is. You know, I guess I don't really have an excuse. Just busy with family, busy with friends, waiting on parts. And no time to film or edit. So it is what it is. But we do have some updates here for you. So here we go. I have a couple new additions to the program, I guess you could call it, our racing program, to actually get us around the track. And I'll take you guys inside real quick and we'll show you that stuff. So here's the scooter that we got from Jake. When we went to the dyno, he actually told us that it just needed batteries and a harness. So we took the thing apart, it needed batteries, and then he had the charger with it. So we took it apart and I pulled the batteries out. This thing's not the best thing to work with here. I gotta learn it. Oh, come on, there we go. So the batteries actually, they just sit in here, and it has the original harness and then this wire in here to keep them from moving around and things like that. So what I did, I got 2 replacement batteries. They're in this package here. And then I also got the bag that the batteries go in, along with the internal harness, which pretty much, I think, will replace all of this, which it should. So we will get a new harness, bag for the batteries, new batteries, and then we're gonna sticker bomb the shit out of this thing. I'm actually gonna do the same thing with a skateboard. So the wife is gonna use the car or the scooter to run around the track, you know, when we go. And with those tires, she can go in the grass, she can go in the dirt and everything else. And also, you know, if I'm not racing and I want to run up and watch somebody, or I got to go to the top end of the track to help somebody out, I can jump on that thing as well. Now, what I'm going to use when she's using that is just going to be an old skateboard. So I got that one from AJ, which is one of the Neon guys I get a lot of parts from. Yeah, I'm going to pull the trucks off of that. I'm going to put the trucks on it from the old skateboard I had when I used to skate as a kid. And then I'm going to sticker bomb the board. We'll put it all back together. And then I'll have a skateboard to push around when we go to the track. If it's paved, obviously. And then we'll have the scooter as well. So the wife will have something to run around on, and I'll have the skateboard. And Christmas was quite kind. Black Friday sale, I ended up buying a draggy. They were on sale, obviously, so I grabbed one. And the wife ended up getting me one too. So I got 2 draggies now, so I can use one in my car. I can use one in the car that I'm racing, or if a buddy wants some data and we're out doing stuff, he can get in and get some of that data as well. Now, I haven't opened this one yet, but this is supposed to be a dual gauge pod that goes in the OE gauge pod spot from Zach. If I say it wrong, forgive me, but I think it's Palchesco. So I got that here. I also have a couple shifters. I bought one. I bought 2 of them so I could have one for my blue car, one for a spare, and I bought another one for another car guy in the area that ended up selling the car. So I kind of got stuck with that one. So I got 3 PTGT shifters. So if you know anybody looking for one, send them my way. I'll sell it to them. Some more way cool stuff that we got for Christmas is power washer. Now my grandma really hooked me up on this deal. So she got me a Craftsman 1800 pound, or not pound, like it's not 1800 pounds, but 1800 PSI pressure washer that has the foam cannon attachment on it. So that'll make washing the cars real nice, cleaning engine bays and stuff like that. My mom and dad ended up getting me a retractable hose reel for the shop. So that'll make it easy. And then the wife ended up getting me another 1/2-ton jack so we can take that guy, so we can pretty much just have one dedicated for the trailer. So I don't have to cart the jack from the garage to the trailer anytime we want to do something. I'll show you a couple other things that we got out here. In the meantime, because I know everybody knows about the whole issue with parts and shipping and what have you. So, that being said, we haven't done anything with this car, unfortunately, because I still don't have a turbo. I do have a wastegate though. So the wastegate did show up with extra springs. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't really have a whole lot of updates though, guys. Just trying to get some parts, trying to get things together. Holidays are over, so now we are gonna have a bunch of free time. We're not traveling to see everybody all the time. Now, the last video I mentioned I was gonna go and start shooting with other friends, you know, get their cars and get some of their stories. So I went over and we filmed with Josh the other day, but I stared at him the whole time, so in the video I kind of look like an idiot. And the video is literally 2 hours and 10 minutes of us just talking. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try and limit it, because I know when me and Josh start talking, we just talk. So what we're gonna try to do, I'm gonna make a list of, you know, bits of information that I really want for the video, try and keep the side stories off. Now I'm not saying the side stories are always a bad thing, because I will eventually, we'll start publishing that stuff, kind of like I guess how VinWiki does it. We'll get the stories, some locals, get some fun, you know, some fun stories, tales of what got into cars, things we've done during cars, maybe even some crazy experiences or near-death experiences that we've done because we were being young and dumb, which we know everybody does. So that being said, we're gonna try and refilm with Josh again this weekend. And I'm gonna try and set it up to go to Matt's beforehand so I can get 2 of those videos done in the same day. And then I'll go ahead and I'll get all that stuff edited up and we'll get it to you guys as soon as possible. So I got a lot of nice B-roll footage of the car in the shop. We've got a couple videos from other guys videoing the car when they're coming out here, because I didn't get a chance to actually go drive with Josh while he was driving the Supra and I was in something else to do any outside filming. The only ones that we got are what our friends had shot on the way here, on the way back, and then little spurts around town that they rode with him when they were out doing stuff. So yeah, as soon as I get all that footage, and like I said, we refilm with Josh this weekend, I'll get that video piled together, we'll get that up, hopefully get the video done with Matt this weekend as well, and then that's pretty much it. So still waiting on the turbo, hopefully shipping isn't too crazy on that guy. The rivets did show up for the rear diffuser, so I can put that on when we get back out here as well. Just waiting on the turbo to get here so we can make that big push, and then when we do, this car should be pretty well done. I mean, realistically, when the turbo gets here, as long as there's no other underlying issues that we run into, like issues with wiring inside the car, you know, because it looks like there's a bunch of wires that were added. I don't know if that was just for the toys or if eventually somebody had put a remote start system in it. I don't know. I do see a lot of wiring and a couple modules underneath the dash that I'm not familiar with, so that is a possibility. But as long as there's no issues with the ECM, the wiring, the engine, or anything like that, when I get the turbo on, we'll run it through a heat cycle, put a base calibration on it, and then they have not salted the roads yet. We've gotten a little bit of snow and some ice they've plowed, but they have not salted. So if they don't salt by the time I get this thing done, I'm gonna go take it out for a quick ride, make sure everything's good, and then we will end up having to get the wheels balanced and then get the alignment, and then this thing should be pretty well done and ready for Jordan. So, and then we can start pushing forward on the other cars we got around here, because I'm really excited to start working on my blue one. I haven't driven it, and this May, that car will have been apart for 4 years, and I need to get that thing done because I want to drive it again. I got a truck. Now, I know you guys know about the Cummins, but my dad got a new truck, so I now have an LS base truck. So now we got some parts for the Nova. So that will be happening here before too long, guys. I know it's been 3 weeks since I've been out here, so I figured I'd run out here and give you guys a quick update on what's going on. Things to expect here in the future. Now, we're gonna do a couple more how-to videos, and I can't remember if I mentioned this in the last one or not. I'm gonna get new headlights for my beater car. I'm gonna get new fog lights for my beater car. So I'm gonna try to put a how-to video together to show you guys how to do that. So if anybody needs to reference it, it'd be easy enough to get to. It's really not that hard. It's something guys do change a lot, you know, trying to pull a headlight out so they can upgrade them or change into a black housing or go to a retro or whatever. I'm not gonna get into each specific deal. We're just gonna do OEM replacement. Now, if you gotta hook up anything outside of that, you're gonna have to look it up. And realistically, if you look it up, you probably shouldn't be doing it because it's just wiring. Realistically, when they sell you the kit, you hook up ground, you hook up power, you plug everything in, and you're done. And along with that video on the black car, I'm also going to do a frequently asked questions video, like oil change, spark plugs, clutches, general parts that do get changed or used a lot, as well as a little bit of information. Like, for example, in the video, what I'm going to do, fuel system requirements for E85, quality coilovers to go with, quality clutch parts, what oil to use, what spark plugs to use, what coil to use, where to gap them, things like that. So we'll put all that in this other video when you see it. So keep an eye out on that one if it's something you're interested in, or if you're a new owner and you're just looking to see what you should be doing to maintain and what parts are actually the good parts to buy to put on the car. That way you don't have to, that way you don't put yourself in a bad spot buying something that's junk or something that's been proven not to work, and then now you're out the money buying that part and you have to buy the new one. So say, for example, $700 clutch, right? You go to eBay, you buy a $300 clutch, you put it in the car. The thing breaks, it's out of balance, whatever. If you don't pay somebody to put it in for you, at worst case, you're out the whatever money you spent on the clutch, as well as the fluid in the transmission, the alignment if you had one done, depending on how you took it apart, and another clutch. So you could be into this thing for, at minimum, we'll say 400 bucks, just with fluid and fluid in the clutch. So you're into it for 400 bucks, and then you could possibly be spending another $700 to $900 to do everything right. Or you could just save your money, and instead of costing yourself 1,200 bucks in the long run, you cost yourself 800 or 900 bucks. So I'm gonna put some of that information in the video though, and hopefully a lot of you guys can, hopefully that helps a lot of you guys out, and we can see a reduced amount of just crazy absolute questions on the Facebook pages. The owner page gets crazy with these comments or these posts, and all the for sale pages and stuff like that. I mean, literally everywhere you go. What oil do you run? What spark plugs do you run? What do you got the plugs at? I'm gonna put a video together to try and solve that. I know it's not 100% gonna solve it. If 10% of those people that make those posts see the video, it worked. I mean, actually, probably if one person seen the video and used it versus asking a question, the video did its job. So keep an eye out for that video though, guys. I'll bring that to you. Like I said, hopefully we'll get that video with Matt and Josh here this weekend, and we'll get everything wrapped up, and hopefully we get some parts so we can actually get some time back on these cars. So I'm wrapping this one up though, guys. You have yourself a good one. Stay safe. Keep an eye out for these videos coming. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And you guys have yourself a good one, and we'll see you at the track. Thanks.